This.
I mean, I can't really tell. Like, one experience I had is it also depends where you study, so not specifically the country, but the study itself. So there are like multiple schools offering.
Yeah, I know.
Study.
I know the. Well, I know the school I'm going to be in. I know the school. Here, let me.
Like I quit, or I would rather say waste. I had to waste a single year, just to find out that the study I was following, or I mean, the school I was on following the study, was really off, and that cost me an entire study year. Because you can only switch once in a year. There may be exceptions, but in general, if you choose to study something, you have to study it for an entire year.
Yeah. Well, I would be going to a Belgian high school though, which is like I don't really want to go to Belgium for college because then it's like I actually have to do stuff, and that's the big thing. It's like
yes,
if I take a gap year and go and stay there, then it's like okay, this might get me motivated to do work again, to do schoolwork again. Like actually enjoy doing schoolwork, because the way she described it, she said that it was like that work, but the way Belgian schools were done made it easier. And Belgium is known for their really good education system, so I'll go over there, I'll look at it, and if it gets energized, ready for college. I don't know. My end goal is to end up playing a professional sport. Win the Olympics.
I mean, one thing I usually ask people is the degree really going to help achieve that?
The question is...
Like, a lot of people think when they follow, like, school and study, and the moment they finished it, that they're quite far, but they're actually at the start of their career.
Like I said, I want to go be an athlete, though, which is like, in America, you go to college, you study generally something easy, and you focus on working out and playing a game. Like for me, it's
primary and I believe secondary school in my country, they do allow you, like, if you want to actually become like an athlete or a professional athlete, you basically follow the school program everyone else does, but they allow you to spend time achieving, how do you say it? Becoming like the professional athlete.
Like working out and training?
Training mostly.
Yeah. For me, my school, it's like this is very much an American thing, and this is why going back to the Belgian girl, I feel bad because she wasn't able to do it because her host mother was very, very traditional and said women belong in the kitchen, so she wouldn't let her do welding or weight training or any of that. It's like okay, but it's very much an American thing to have weight training in schools, which I learned pretty much. I've asked British people. I don't know how it is in the Netherlands, but I've asked Germans. I've asked French, Spanish.
Some of them have like gyms, but
no, it's not a class. You have a class that is just lifting weights.
Oh, just lifting. No, in secondary, primary and secondary. I'm not sure what the English word is, but basically to summarize it, it's working out. So for an entire hour,
is it physical education?
I believe that's the best way to describe it. Yes.
But are you just lifting weights, or are you like doing other things?
Mostly other things, and more like the enjoyable things.
Yeah. So, but in America, we literally have a class where you just lift weights, and then we also have physical education. But I learned, like I said, the weight training class is like very American, not done anywhere else. And I really wish that she could have done that because she signed up for that class, and her host mother said, "Women don't lift weights." It's like, jeez, oh my gosh, you can't say that. She's 83 years old. She didn't give a shit.
Yep.
But then she wanted to learn how to weld. I had to teach her how to weld.
Welding's fun.
Because, well, her husband, her host mother's husband, welded, so I just taught her how to weld. I didn't get to use any of his welding equipment, but I was able to explain it to her the best I could. And I wish I could have taught her in this, but again, her host mother said that women aren't allowed to weld. It's like, bro, why? Why? Three graduated from our school going straight into welding. It's like, there's no reason they can't.
I mean, I do take most of my advice from people, how do you say it, not entirely seriously. Or, it's not the way I want to say it.
You take it with a grain of salt?
Yes, with a grain of salt.
bên kia anh Con sửa mòn kiểu chi mà giờ
So you still think about it, but you don't let it affect you.
Yeah, I know. But what advice are you referring to?
Đúng rồi.
All advice from people.
Yeah. But what specifically are you referring to right now?
Bữa giờ lại một
I don't have a specific scenario, but more like the advice you get from your family.
Dingy,
Yeah.
my dingy.
I take a lot of the advice. I make sure with advice that I get is I try to stay true to my principles, which is like, you know, stay honest. Like if I get advice to lie to someone, I don't do that because I try to stay honest. I try to be a good person. You know, I don't care if I don't care if it's the worst thing you'll ever hear in your life. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna be honest. And you know, that's who I am. And that's the best way I can describe my advice. Like I can go back, and it doesn't go against my morals. And I'll consider the advice a whole lot more. Because I've received conflicting advice on this girl. It's like, she doesn't want you, just move on. But it's like, she's not texting me because it's 1 a.m. And the other advice I get is, you should wait for her. She did really good for you. You just keep waiting and holding out, and it'll work out because you both had to think for each other. It's like, I'm getting these two sides of the coin. And on one side, I have to feel both things. But like, you have to think about things rationally and logically, and I'm willing to wait for the right time, and that's kind of like where I see the advice is. You'll get advice when it comes to advice. You'll get advice from both sides saying two different things, and you don't have to necessarily find the middle, but you have to look at the situation logically. What is actually happening? What would make sense? Is she ignoring me because she doesn't like me, or is she just 9 times out of 10 she's at 3 a.m.? I'm just gonna say that she's probably asleep at 3 a.m.
Yes, that is the most likely answer.
Yeah, and people are like, well, you should wait forever. It's like, I don't think I'll wait forever. I think I'll wait for the right moment. Obviously, this isn't the right moment because I'm still in high school. She's graduated for the second time. She graduated in Belgium, and then she graduated over here because she took an exchange year. And I said, I'm already gonna go visit her when I graduate high school. I'm hopefully gonna be able to get my dual citizenship. But I mean, like, when it comes down to advice, definitely take most advice with a grain of salt. But you want to hear all the advice that you can get, and then find that not middle, but the logical answer. Because the logical answer could very well be like, if we live in the same time zone and she's online all the time, and I send her a text message and she doesn't respond for 3 days, then yeah, she probably just doesn't like you. Odds are she's not just. She probably sees it because she's online all the time. Yeah. And you can look at that, and that's that far end of the spectrum of probably doesn't like you. You gotta think about what's happening, and look at what happens over time. And I've always been interested in psychology. That's probably what I'm studying. It's either psychology or journalism. And the other thing with advice is I think I let people's advice affect me too much, because I'll ask for advice on something, and then I will go really hard into that advice. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'll pretty much sell out, because that's just like, if you give me advice, I'll generally sell out into that advice. It's like a bad thing. It shows that I'm being trusting of you. But if that backfires onto me, that's going to come back on your character, and it's just bad.
So can I
do agree,
something?
like, if people do break your trust, you'll basically never trust them again.
Yeah. I would, that's why I don't like lying to people. I don't like talking about people behind their back. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because I've been talking about this French girl, or this Belgian girl, I was like, I don't like talking about her because she's not sitting right here. And I think that's wrong. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm saying only good things, and I'm doing my best to only say good things.
Can I confess something that's very important?
I mean, it is good that you're saying good things, like, especially like in marketing. One of the best ways to get your company well known is when other people spread positivity about your company itself.
Well, I try to always speak positive about people behind their back, but I'm not gonna. If someone asks me, the thing is, it comes down to people, like a coach has asked me, like, what do I think of one of the wrestlers, and I feel bad when I'm like open his performance good, but it's not like it's constructively criticizing him with the
I know those.
I
remember. Yes, that's it's supposed to be too hard to answer them.
But it's like, what do you think of this? And it's like, I'll sit there and like I'll go with one of my wrestlers, for example. He's a great wrestler, and I'll sit